They eat leftovers from human dead bodies. They drink in a bowl made of human skull. And they wear ash from a human pyre. Known as the followers of Lord Shiva, these are the Aghoris. A place considered dreadful by others is home for Aghoris, the Hindu cremation ground. Out of the various sects of Hindu priests, the most extreme and the most feared of all are the Aghoris. The term Aghori is derived from the Sanskrit word Aghor, which has various meanings. Aghor means not difficult or non-terrible in one perspective, and on the other, it means absence of darkness. Aghor implies a simple and natural state of consciousness in which there is no fear or disgust. But on the contrary, the Aghoris have rituals that are seen as being disgustful and are feared by common people.
उल्टी खबड़ी उल्टी ज्ञान माँ बुद्धि बाप सतन बच्चा कच्चा सब ईमान खबड़ी चेतन खबड़ी ज्ञान माँ बुद्धि बाप सतन बच्चा कच्चा सब ईमान.
As per the Aghori sect, the true meaning of the term Aghori is one who is fearless and who does not discriminate. Followers of Lord Shiva, the most powerful of all Hindu gods and considered the destroyer, these Aghoris follow occult practices dating back to the 5th century AD. India is a land of various sects and religions. Out of its vastness of beliefs, the sect known as Aghori or Aghori Sadhus is unique. Aghori Sadhus are associated with cannibalism and rituals using human skulls and animal sacrifices. The practice of cannibalism and animal or human sacrifices are mostly related to tantric rites of the Sakta worshippers of Devi, the mother goddess in any of her various forms, be it Kali, Durga or Chamunda. The Kamakhya temple, situated on top of the Nilachal hill in Guwahati in northeast India, is the center of widely practiced powerful tantric or black magic cult in India. Legend has it that the temple of Kamakhya Devi, consort of Lord Shiva, came into existence when the Lord was carrying the corpse of his wife and her yoni, or the female genitalia, fell to the ground at the spot where the temple now stands. The Ambubachi Mela, the second largest religious congregation of people in the world, is held at the temple every year during monsoon, as the devotees believe that the goddess Kamakhya goes through her menstrual cycle at that time. Therefore, the temple remains closed for 3 days. On the 4th day, the temple reopens, and thousands of devotees and sadhus of all sects make a mad rush to receive the unique and highly powerful prasad, which is small bits of cloth, supposedly moist with the menstrual fluid of goddess Kamakhya. Many of the Aghoris come here during this time before starting their initiation for the blessings of goddess Kamakhya.
शरीर तो मेरा नहीं है, माता का। ये जो है माँ का जोनी पीठ है। यहाँ माँ को कुछ देने आता, माँ को नहीं देने से माँ कुछ नहीं देता। हम लोग माँ को शांति देने आता, माँ हम लोग को मंगल का दुआ मांगता है और वही हम लोग बांटते रहते हैं।
The life of an Aghori sadhu is not easy. To become like them, one has to meditate for about 12 years and complete certain rituals under the guidance of an Aghori guru in order to enhance one's spiritual strength. Aghoris use wood from pyres, clothes from dead bodies, ash of burnt bodies, and the like in their rituals. There are certain rules one must follow to become an Aghori. Firstly, an Aghori must find a teacher and do what the teacher tells him to do. An Aghori must find a human skull, known as the Kapala, and use only this as his food bowl before initiation. An Aghori must apply the ash of a pyre to his body during meditation. The final part of the ritual requires eating of rotten human flesh and also meditating while sitting on a dead corpse, symbolizing the rise from Shava to Shiva. Aghoris follow the simple rule that the universe resides in them and they try to attain enlightenment by self-realization. Many of the Aghoris roam around naked, representing the true human form and their detachment from this world of mortals who, according to them, live in a world of illusion or Maya. Through this, they transcend human feelings of love, hatred, jealousy and pride. There are many Aghoris walking the streets of northern India with their own kapala or human skull cap. These Aghoris eat things like rotten food, leftover food from garbage dumps, animal feces and animal urine. They regularly perform the rituals to attain the highest level in Aghoratva, the enlightenment. Aghoris believe that God exists in everything, whether it is cow dung or food. Nothing is unholy or inauspicious for them. Everything is sacred. They gain their powers by doing things that are considered unholy or unclean by society. The more they blur the line between clean and unclean, holy and unholy, good and bad, the more powers they get. With no family to call their own, with no home to go back to, and with no community to belong to, the Aghoris roam freely anywhere they want to, without worrying about food, clothes or a place to rest. For they know that wherever they go, they will find a home in the Shamshan Ghat, the cremation ground. The Aghori Gurus believe that a true Aghori should break all ties with family and friends and all earthly possessions. He should live his entire life at the cremation ground and eat and drink only through the Kapala.
शमशान चेतन भाई चंडी मसन भाई चंडी अत्राय नमस्ते नमो नमो हर हर महादेवाय नमो.
Hence, when the Aghoris take any disciple, they forbid him to ever meet his family or friends or even visit his hometown. The Aghori Gurus believe that meeting one's family after the initiation defiles a sadhu and diverts him from his path of devotion. Aghoris are distinguished from other Hindu sects by their alcoholic and cannibalistic rituals. Smoking opiates on a regular basis through chillums or pipes is a common practice through which they claim to follow Lord Shiva. Being intoxicated helps them to let go of their connect with the world and leads them onto the path of devotion. The Aghoris, feared by others and yet embracing their outcast status. The Aghoris of India, with rituals and powers beyond the human imagination, with mysterious practices, but also with the philosophy of a simple, unfettered and uncluttered life.